Okay, so I'm going to talk about how to not make it rain in the cloud. We're going to talk how we got started, what we did, our migration, having to cut cost again, and then we're going to go over how it's going. Next slide, please. Okay, so it all started with this message that I got on Slack. Tay messaged me saying that AWS was charging her $600 a month. Now, at the time, our AWS account was hosted by Tay personally, so this was hitting her personal wallet, and we did not want that to continue happening. Next slide, please. All right, so what did we do? The first thing that I did was log into AWS and look around trying to figure out what could possibly be causing us to pay so much. I found a few resources that we had that were not actually being used, some medium and large EC2 instances, and we had a few other staging and development environments that we didn't necessarily need. So I took down a couple of those, and that saved us about $5 a day, but still not really where we wanted to be. So that you can see on the left side, that is our daily cost. And then on the right side is actually our toynet configuration for the infrastructure. So that's all written in Terraform. And that basically details everything that we need to run toynet at the time, from our S3 bucket backend all the way to the front end for toynet. Next slide, please. Okay, so after being able to downsize as much as possible and taking the toynet Terraform configuration and making those VMs actually smaller down to the smallest size available, we had to migrate over to a different account so that this wouldn't happen again. So we created a project reclass account so that any costs are on the actual organization and not any one individual. And then we followed some of the right sizing recommendations and billing and alerts that tools that AWS offers natively. All right, next slide. Okay, so unfortunately, we found out that we had to cut cost again because AWS reduced the nonprofit grant from $2,000 to $1,000 annually. And this was the current cost of our configuration for just the Terraform infrastructure itself. This is not counting user load or anything like that. This is just the Terraform estimate that I got from terraformcostestimator.com. And it was about $115 a month, which unfortunately doesn't pan out for us once we want to move over to Kubernetes, implement logging and holding all that type of data as well. So next slide. So basically what we did was we cut down all of the Terraform infrastructure code that we had. We consolidated the toynet application onto Docker containers within just a single EC2 instance. That instance is a medium size, small, actually T3 small size EC2 instance. And fortunately, for all of our other resources, we're actually within the free tier on this new account. So to this date, we still don't have to pay for anything. And that is it for the cost cutting.